What's up, nerds? I'm Renegade Cactus, but you can call me whatever you want. Welcome back to Professor Layton. I have to record this second episode again because I have this great microphone. It's the Blue Yeti something. And it's amazing. And of course I have a pop filter so that everything I say is it sounds a bit better, like the P's and the T's and stuff. Now, there is a mute button right on top, or not on top, but right in front of the microphone. Like I'm looking right at it right now. And the thing is, this mute button, it has a bright red light. If you press it, it flashes to show you, okay, you're muted now. Thing is, the button isn't that responsive. Like you can press it, you can hear the click and stuff. You know you pressed it, but the microphone doesn't always take it as you pressed it. And I've read that that is actually a problem for many people. So that's why it's great that it's a visual representation as well. Thing is, like I said, if you press it hard and stuff, it doesn't always register. Most of the time it does, but it doesn't always register. Now, what probably happened when I sat down to start recording the third episode, I realized that the mute button was flashing. And I'm guessing that the pop filter, which is, depending on how I look at it, is right next to the mute button. I guess that the pop filter, I moved the pop filter, I moved everything, and with that pressed the mute button. And this time it actually recognized the button press, which it normally doesn't always do. So then the whole second episode that I already recorded is without audio. So I gotta do that again, which means I know all the solutions for the riddles, for the puzzles, for the riddles. Puzzles, riddles, both. But now, let's see what Percy has to say.
Oh, hello. I'm Percy, St Mystere's unofficial writer-in-residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Head up the road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know it when you see it. But before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I thought up? See if you can work out which house is mine from the instructions I give you. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. How about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience.
So this puzzle I actually solved pretty fast, because there is a simple thing that lets you skip quite a bit of that. So, can you find my house? Get out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first junction you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following junction and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Circle my house. So, first things first. Kinda embarrassing, but I told it last time, I will tell it again this time. I'm having problems with remembering where the sun sets and where the sun rises. The only thing that actually helps me with that is that Japan is called the land of the rising sun. Like, there are quite a bit more things that would help you, like the Orient and the Occident and stuff like that. I know that stuff. But if I want to know where the sun rises, my first instinct is to think about Japan. Land of the rising sun. Japan's in the east, so east. That's something, I don't know. I cannot remember it as it is. I have to remember it via Japan or stuff like that. So, thing is, we're looking for one house and we will come face to face with the morning sun. Morning sun, east, so we want to face east to the right of this of the screen. Which means that without starting to think about where to go, you can immediately say that this house, and this house can't be the right house. Why? Because they all look in the same direction. Meaning, if you take the same 3 steps left and twice right, you would always face in the same direction. Doesn't matter which of these houses you start with. So these 3 can't be it. Same with those 2, because they both start downwards. Meaning, if you take the same 3 steps, you face the same direction. And if you start... so that leaves us with this house or this house. And since he's a writer, this looks more like it, but that's just subjective. You go out, you go to the left, first junction to the right, second junction to the right, and then you're face to face with the morning sun, which is east. So yes, this is the house. This is a fairly easy riddle. And I don't know, it doesn't take too much since it only has 3 steps. If there were like 5 to 10 steps, it would be a bit harder. By the way, I had to restart the whole game, but since I wasn't that far, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I finished the clock riddle on the first try because I knew the answer. So I have more picaret than I should have. Just saying for anyone who's keeping tabs. That's right, working backwards is the easiest way to solve this problem. Sunrise is in the east, so you must end up facing right on the map. To get there you turn left, right and then right from the starting point. Working backwards you start from a left facing position, then turn left, left and right. This leaves you facing downwards. If that was your starting point, you would be facing upwards and there's only one house whose exit faces up.
Impressive. I thought I'd set out quite the puzzle, but you made short work of it. Now for the gossip I promised you. The Reinhardt family owns up all of the land this village is built upon. I hear they own other buildings too. I suppose you could say this village belongs to the Reinhardts. Well, that's all from me for now. But rest assured, the next time I'll have a harder puzzle for you.
Nice. So this episode I will do a bit more than I did when I first recorded this. Because like I said, this I will breeze through mostly. But still show you all of it. All of the story. Professor, look at that man standing in the street. He's blocking the path up to Reinhardt Manor. How terribly rude. Perhaps he'll move for us, but I have a feeling he has no intention of doing anything of the sort. And I mentioned it last time, and I'm sure many people will think the same. This is one man in a big road. Like, you could drive with a car. Maybe you could drive with a pickup. You could drive with everything here. And this is just one guy. He's not blocking the road. He's just standing in the middle of the road. That's it. But hey, we are here for a reason, and that reason is for riddles. So let's talk to this guy.
Hold up. I've never seen you two here before. What's a couple of new faces like yourself doing here?
We're here by invitation of the Reinholdts. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business through the gate.
Business with the Reinholdts, is that so? Something strange here. Yeah, you fishy bear. I don't trust you, that's for sure. But I'll let you pass if you can solve this riddle, see? Just to warn you, it's a tough one. Isn't going to be easy, is it? No way, definitely not gonna be easy.
Okay. This puzzle, I will tell you right now, I solved this puzzle by guessing. I will show you the way to do it, because that's what I learned afterwards. But I solved it by guessing. On the first try, but still it was only guessing, nothing else. It was a 50-50 chance. Okay, here we have 8 small weights that all look the same. However, one of the weights in the group is slightly lighter than the rest. Using this scale 2 times, you can find out which of these weights is lighter than the rest. So, which weight is the light one? So we have 2 times, we can use it 2 times. If we had 3, it would be a breeze. So what I did, I'm gonna show you because I can restart whenever I want. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the one side, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the other one. We know that the light one is one of those 4. So, and by the way, it's it is totally random each time. Like last time the right one was number 2, and this time it's either 5, 6 or 7, 8. And it's one of those two. That is basically what I did last time. And then I just had a 50-50 chance one of those is the lighter one. Of course, I had a 50-50 chance, took number 2, it was the right one, done. But the way to actually solve this puzzle, and I really like that, is you take only 3 on each side. Alright, so, because there are a few possibilities. Possibility number 1, if both were still even, that would mean one of those two is the light one. So all you had to do is remove everything and put 7 on the one and 8 on the other side. Then you would see which one is the lighter one. Or the other two possibilities is that either one of those goes up, like this. So we know that the lighter one is 1, 2, or 3. Which means we get rid of 4, 5, 6. We put 1 here, 1 there, and 1 down. We know 2 is the lighter one. If both were even again, 3 would have been it. So we only... At first we know that it's either this one, or one of those. And then we just have to figure out which of the remaining it is. Which is pretty easy, so we know, like I said, it's number 2. And I really like this. I really like this puzzle. Although, like, this is a puzzle that you often give friends, like people who like to give each other the puzzles. This one is a fairly popular one, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the right answer. Like, pretty much, if I would be asked 2 weeks from now, I would probably not remember. Maybe 2 weeks, but like 2 months from now, if someone came to me with that puzzle, I would probably just think around once again.
Hey, not half bad. Pretty sharp bunch, aren't ya? Pair of good sharp apples, two of you.
So, have we satisfied you? May we pass now?
Course I can pass. Move along, and you better make sure to give my regards to Lady Dahlia.
Alright, we clicked around here. Oh, there's a door. Can we go in there? No, because we should be on our way to Reinhold Manor. Alright, let's talk to this guy. And just who might you be? My name is Layton, and this is my assistant Luke. We received an invitation to visit Reinhold Manor. Yes. We've all been expecting you, Professor Layton, but you'll have to excuse my skepticism. Can't trust anyone these days, you know. For all I know, you could be just another hooligan in a top hat. So how do I know you're the real Layton? Did you hear that, Professor? The nerve of this fellow. Surely you aren't going to go through with this after an insult like that? Now, Luke, settle down. Sir, are you saying that you'd like to test me to see if I'm the real Professor Layton? Precisely, Professor Layton. Now, if you don't mind, would you please solve this puzzle for me? This one is freaking easy. Nope, wait, this is another one I was thinking of. This one... Yeah. I kinda like it, I kinda hate it. And for some reason, or somehow, I did it in the preferred number of moves last time. But let's see. Get the 3 wolves and the 3 chicks seen below to the other side of the river while obeying the following rules. No more than 2 animals can ride the raft at the same time. There must be at least 1 animal on the raft in order for it to move. And if more wolves than chicks stay on either side of the river, the wolves will eat the chicks and you'll have to start over. So there is no moving limit because you can move the raft as many times as you like, but this feat can be accomplished in as few as 11 moves. You can just try around however long you want, and if you use 100 turns or moves, it's alright as well. Thing is, 11 is the fastest you can do this, which I somehow did. Okay, we're gonna start with 1 wolf, 1 chick. Going back with a chick. Now we cannot... Wait. We cannot take 2 chicken or chicks, because otherwise there would be 2 wolves, 1 chick. What we can do is take 2 wolves. Take 1 wolf back. Take 2 chicks. I can't take 1 wolf back because then... Okay. Was it like this? I can't remember. And... Pretty sure that's it. And 11, and we're done.
There we go.
So, like I said, this one is not really a... I mean, you can do all of this in your head first, but you can't just try around. This is more a trial error and whatever, because there is no downside to using more than 11 trips. Well done. This puzzle can be solved in as few as 11 trips. How many trips did it take you? 11. Ha! Fun fact time. There are several variations of this type of river crossing puzzle, and they've appeared in writings dating back to over 1,000 years ago. I've always known it as a wolf, a goat, and salad. And you can only take 1 with you each time. But it's like... That's a simpler variation. Do excuse my earlier rudeness. Let me show you to the manor. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? I was under the impression that Lady Dahlia was the only person expecting me. Right this way, please. Okay, and now I know that here is another puzzle. Wow, look at those flowers. They sure are pretty. Indeed they are. I'm sure someone put a lot of work into them. Oh, that reminds me. Would you like to hear a puzzle about growing flowers? You bet, Professor. Let's hear it. Okay, this one is what I meant last time. This one is incredibly easy, given that you read it correctly. Alfred and Roland have been hired by a farm to sow flower seeds. They've been assigned a 4-hectare plot of land and split it in half so that they can work independently. Roland starts from the east and Alfred from the west. Alfred can plow the land at a rate of 20 minutes per hectare. Roland takes 40 minutes to plow, but sows seeds at 3 times the speed Alfred does. If sowing seeds on a 4-hectare plot pays 100 pounds, how much of that money should go to Roland? So, I'm just gonna solve that. If you want to think about it yourself first, pause. Alright. Thing is, it is written like a math problem. Like you have to, and he's like that, and then that means he's doing, that actually does not matter. Because in the beginning, and since it's an easier puzzle, they actually made it red, they split it in half. Which means it does not matter who's faster, who's more efficient, whatever. They both have half of the 4-hectare plot of land to do. So even if one takes half a day and the other one takes the whole day, they get money for sowing seeds and they split it in half. So basically each of them gets half, which is 50. Like I said, this is mostly, this is not really real, this is a trick question. So you could do some math as who would get more if it's about speed, but since it specifically said they split it, they will split the money as well. That's right, the beginning of the problem says that the 2 men split the 4-hectare plot of land in half so that they could work independently. In other words, they both had the same amount of work assigned to them. Since each person did half the work, the pair should split 100 pounds right down the middle. Each person gets 50 pounds. Correct. Good thinking, Luke. Alright, you know what? We're going to go to the manor. Is this the manor, Professor? Ah, it's such a beauty. It's positively gigantic. Just look at the size of it. It certainly seems like we've come to the right place. Chapter 1. Done. Professor and Luke finally arrived at Renegade Manor. Let's head in, shall we? Yes, sir. What you're gonna do next time. Gonna save right here. Overwritten the last time, and now we are here, and we will end it with that. And I'll see you next time to enter Dimension. I'm the Renegade Cactus, and I gotta run. Bye bye.